Wildfires burning thousands of acres in Yuma County, and the community is joining firefighters in battling the blaze as strong winds continue to fuel fire danger and cause widespread power outages. Good to have you with us. I'm Micah Smith.
And I'm Jessica Porter. Denver 7 is committed to keeping you safe during severe weather events. We have team coverage for you tonight. Meteorologist Stacey Donaldson is tracking those strong wind gusts we've been feeling all day long. And Denver 7's Veronica Acosta has a live look at some of the damage it's caused and a second power shutoff Excel is planning for tomorrow.
But first, let's go to Denver 7's Colette Bordelon, who is live in Yuma County as firefighters push back those flames. Colette.
Micah, Jessica, you can tell what a difference a day makes. Look at this. Not a whole lot of wind right now. We're just south of Eckley here in Yuma County, and really what you'll notice is the smell of smoke lingering around in this area, and you can see burnt patches of grass throughout these rolling hills. But this was a completely different story last night. Here's what those fires looked like right as they were starting to burn. 3 large fires sparking with winds blowing up to 70 miles an hour. Right now, downed power lines are thought to be the cause, but that's still being investigated. No homes burned, but a handful of structures did. 2 of the fires are contained, and good news for the active one off of County Road 33, where we're at right now. The Office of Emergency Management telling me it's 90% contained. They say that fire, which was the largest at an estimated 12,000 acres, didn't grow anymore during the day thanks to the wind calming down. Firefighters will, of course, be keeping an eye on all of them overnight. Now, lots of that video you're seeing, it's from Joshua Baumgardner. He tells us he ran from door to door telling his neighbors what was happening last night. And he says this was by far the most intense fire he's ever experienced.
It was the most intense wind we've out here in definitely lots of years. And that fire was just whipping so quick. And when I got closer into it, you see the glow of the flames, that fire burning. And then just endless smoke, and these plumes of smoke were just growing so quick. So it was very crazy.
Everyone I've spoken with out here, they say those fires were able to be contained quite quickly thanks to the community as a whole. So volunteer firefighters working alongside farmers to make sure those fires couldn't explode like they might have with the winds that were absolutely whipping through this area last night and into today. Coming up on Denver 7 at 6, I'll introduce you to one man who was on the front lines of a fire with his tractor. In Yuma County, Colette Bordelon, Denver 7.
All righty, Colette, thank you. It's incredible to see how those neighbors jumped into action there. And we're tracking power outages all across the Denver metro area. So this is the latest map from Excel Energy. 20,000 customers without power. And you can see the outages stretch from as far north as Fort Collins all the way down to Leadville. Now, Denver 7's Veronica Acosta spoke with the president of Excel today about their restoration efforts and their preparations for more strong wind. Veronica?
Well, you said it tonight. Thousands of Excel customers, they are still without power. And the big question is, when will that no longer be the case? And can they prepare to be without power tomorrow as well? Excel telling us they are planning a second round of these public safety power shutoffs for tomorrow. That means some of these customers would be without electricity for more than 3 days. Now, Excel says this second round, they expect it to start right around 5 in the morning. 67 of their customers could be impacted by these public safety shutoffs. They could expect those in Boulder, Clear Creek, Gilpin, Jefferson, Larimer, and Weld counties. Excel President Robert Kenney telling Denver 7 earlier today, at the height of the outages yesterday, more than 160,000 customers were without power. That's because of those PSPS and other issues related to wind damage as well. He said more than 1,000 crew members were tasked with inspecting nearly 700 line miles. A part of those shutoffs and those power restorations, you guys, those all depend on damages.
If it's broken poles and cross arms and downed lines, we'll be able to do that relatively quickly. If it's more extensive damage than that, one of the things we've said is that could make the restoration process more challenging, and it could take longer.
And Kenny also telling Denver 7 Excel does expect tomorrow's PSPS to last longer than Wednesday's. He said the company is planning on pre-positioning some of those crews and making sure they are near some of those lines. But the big reminder there is they can't start examining those power lines until that wind event is over. Tonight, the city of Golden already telling its residents to prepare to go throughout the weekend into Monday without power. In Boulder County, I'm Veronica Acosta, Denver 7.
Certainly a balance between inconvenience, but also, most importantly, safety. Thank you, Veronica. And let's go over to meteorologist Stacey Donaldson now.
And Stacey, those strong winds really not letting up. We're preparing for another wind event.
That's right. It looks like another system is headed our way. So in preparation, we have red flag warnings for high fire danger for tomorrow here across the Front Range, the I-25 corridor all the way down into southern Colorado. Now, if you're east of I-25, winds will be about 45 miles an hour. West of I-25 up into the foothills and the higher elevations, winds could be around 80 to 100 miles an hour again for tomorrow. That's why we have that high wind watch in effect starting at 9 o'clock tonight, lasting all day tomorrow, with that extreme wind scenario a potential for tomorrow during the day. So that's really what we're watching out for. Our current wind gusts, not too bad as compared to yesterday where we had winds over 100 miles an hour, but that's not going to be the case into tomorrow as those winds pick up. Our highs today only in the mid 40s. Tomorrow we warm it back up to around 70 degrees. Once again, we'll talk more about what you can expect for the weekend in just a few minutes.